Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be continuing our mini series or continuation of the videos we've been doing lately regarding crafting as a skill. Now, so far this year, we've done urns, which were fantastic and pretty much well placed leading up to double XP. And then recently we have just done a combination of battle staffs, gems, and dragon hide crafting. Now that only leaves one more method I would really recommend people to do in terms of training for crafting, and that is going to be AFK Jewellerry. Now, to me, currently, this is probably one of the best AFK methods currently around, really kind of tying with archaeology in my opinion as well. There's a few things we can do with a little bit of notice to save a bit of money on it, but let's get jumping into Dragonstone crafting. Now, Dragonstone crafting is something I always prep for off the back of a double XP. Generally, during double XP, people will craft a lot of Dragonstones, and because of that, a lot of Dragonstones will come into the game, which then means the Dragonstone price will crash. Now, what I do on the back of a double XP is buy the Dragonstones for their cheap price. But even though we are outside of a double XP, Dragonstones are still nowadays quite a reasonable price. So looking to buy one here is 3.7k for a Dragonstone. Off the back of a double XP, you might get it as cheap as 3.3, 3.4, but it is a little bit more up in price because again, that excess demand has been swallowed up. But you see by the margin, the type of price we're looking at is going to be about 3.8k for a rough guess. The other really important item in terms of doing all these jewelries is going to be the gold bar. I've said it quite a few times in Market Watch now, gold bar is by far the absolute top tier, low risk investment. Because gold bars, if they ever crash, will go up as a result as well. Now, gold bars over the past year have gone as high as like 3.2k, depending on the demand for jewellery. If there's a big event or like one example was last year when they released the Dungeoneering in Demonheim, the price of porters went ballistic, and because of that, the demand for necklaces and stuff like that rose. But the price of gold bar currently is quite reasonable actually. 2.2k is not too bad, it's been a lot worse. But as you see there, it's instant bought at 2.5, so it is over mid currently. But if we just test the margin there, we can save a little bit on the gold bar if I actually take that out of Grand Exchange. And we'll work off a price of 2.4k for that. So 3.8k for the actual gem and then 2.4k for the gold bar. We are currently 6.2k for any form of Dragonstone jewellery. Now, in terms of Dragonstone jewellery, we have a wide variety of it. We have the ring, which is used for the Ring of Wealth. We have the bracelet, which is used for combat bracelet. We have the Dragonstone necklace. Now, this is used for a skilling necklace, or more importantly, this is used for the top tier reporters, which is where it gets its slightly higher price compared to the others. And then finally, we have it for the Dragonstone amulet, which is used for glories. Now, we've done this with multiple methods for Dragonstone jewellery as well, and there's been a few videos where we've looked into enchanting and also using the Geyser Titan to like bring the charges up to 4. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm surely going to be here to focus on the AFK-ness and the actual crafting for this video. But if you are interested in that, where you can make a little bit more from Dragonstone jewellery, I'll make sure to put a link in the corner of the video so you guys can go and check that out. It is very worthwhile because on a very low volume day, you can make an awful amount of GP from enchanting all these Dragonstone jewelleries we're going to talk through, or adding some charges on as well. That can be one of the easiest money makers in the game, where you are simply using a Geyser Titan. Now, originally, you did need to do the Family Crest quest to actually be able to do this really efficiently. It allowed you to access your metal bank at the furnace, so you could go to the furnace with a full invo of gems, and then you could just simply craft from there. And luckily for us, Jagex have removed this, so you are able to do this even if you haven't done the quest, which means in free to play, you can do a full invo of gems to go and make your jewellery. So before we go and just sort of talk through what we're looking to do, we're going to go and price check all the items because again, even though they are all the same requirements, even though they all cost the same to make, some of these will sell for a lot higher than the others. And before you go and invest all this time, you want to make sure what you're doing is going to make you the most profit for your time. I really suggest you guys to do this for any kind of task you're going to do for profit, especially if there's multiple things at the same time, like urns, battle staffs. This is such a strange economy where certain things will be significantly higher than others, and you want to be targeting those higher price ones to make more money per hour. So we're just going to run through them now and just have a quick look. So we have the Dragonstone amulet, which is going to come in its price of 8.4k. I'll do the sell price as well, just in case there's anything worth flipping. Again, because you're checking the highest buy price and the highest sell price, you might actually find something worth flipping or investing in over time as well. These are pretty safe and a pretty good one as well. If we spot anything cheap, I would buy them because of the out price for something very good to throw into an auto alka. So the next one will be the bracelet. Sometimes the bracelet can peak, and I just don't know why. To be fair, all these Dragonstone jewelleries can peak at times. And apart from the sort of necklace, which is significantly used for a porter, there's no real reason why. So the Dragonstone bracelet, over 10,000 coins, which is actually over mid-price, which again is just crazy with what it currently is. So the Dragonstone necklace is going to be the big one, at 10.6k at the minute. I imagine it might be a little bit higher than that. No, mid-price, which is not too bad. When I used to make these on 7-day bond, what I would do is put them in for 14k and just leave them there, with the hope of they would spike at one point and I could sell for significantly higher than if I just instant sold them. And to be fair, most of the time, it actually works. Sometimes if you leave an item in a grand exchange long enough, it will be bought for that price because of just simple low volume, or maybe it just gets picked up by someone who's just whacked on 20% constantly, and they've bought that because there is no other items selling at the time. So finally, the final one is the Dragonstone ring. As you can see here, it's not bought, so this would signify low volume, and maybe it could be a chance for you guys to make something like this and then buy it as well. So we're going to instant buy it. Again, there just doesn't seem to be anything on the Grand Exchange. So this leads into what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to go and grab some gold bars. Hopefully I've got some gold bars, and just go to the local furnace. And I'll show you guys, look, this is how you do Dragonstone jewellery. We'll do just one quick invo. And then hopefully we can sell some Dragonstone rings for an incredible profit. Now, every time I've done this video, and I've probably done this video a couple of times on the channel, I only generally do it when it's really in high demand. This time, it's more so the fact that you can do this AFK while working or doing other stuff and make massive profit in the lead up to 110 crafting. 110 crafting is on its way, and I think within the next couple of months as well. I think it's going to be a lot quicker than a lot of people think. So if you can focus on crafting now, you have a chance of using crafting on day of release to make yourself a lot of GP with whatever method they decide to release for crafting as well. They have mentioned that crafting is going to be linked to things like making some brand new armor and some other stuff like that as well. So there'll always be a chance to make a little bit of profit with crafting on a day. So as you can see, I've just gone here and I don't even need to wear these smelting gaunts. I can just walk up, and because it's actually crafting and not smelting, I can just use the full invo of gems in the bars stored in the bar bank as well. So like I mentioned earlier, the family crest quest requirements is now gone. Because I know this works perfectly, if I was to go and make some bars, I'd only be able to do 28, whereas if I'm wearing the goldsmith gaunt, I get 60. So that's how I think that's what they've done with this as well. But we have now finished this. As you can see, in terms of XP, 100 XP per ring is actually really good. I don't know if it's slightly more for the other stuff. So Dragonstone necklace, 105 XP, 110 for bracelet, and 150 for the amulet. The amulet is by far the best, but the amulet is by far the cheapest as well, because you will need to string jewellery on that amulet as well. So just finishing off, just done a full invo of rings because why not? It's mood. And we'll go to the Grand Exchange now and just see what price we can sell these for. So this is the dangerous thing about low volume, is that these probably won't sell massively high, but it's enough for me to have a play around with, and we can test out some prices as well. So even though I can buy one for 130k, that's just instant sold for basically mid. So again, with the instant buy price, go and make one of whatever you're looking to get, test the price at, and see what goes there. I'm actually going to throw these in though for 16k each. Again, it's exceptionally high compared to what the price normally is, but it's not outlandish for someone to go and buy it for that price as well. And who knows, maybe they'll buy, maybe they won't. And either way, we've got the out price, throw them in the auto alka, and we'll still make significant profit. But the point of this video, so 6.2k is what we bought the gem and the bar for. So the Dragonstone amulet, I'm going to work this off the instant sell price, which is the lowest one, so it's the lowest profit you can expect. Dragonstone amulet is going to bring you in 1.8k per jewellery. The Dragonstone bracelet is going to be 3.8k. The Dragonstone necklace is going to be 3.3k. And then finally, the Dragonstone ring is going to be 2.3k. So all of these, pretty big profit. But again, it shows you these are the two really you want to do as well. And you can do a decent amount per hour as well. I think the wiki stated at the minute, Dragonstone necklaces and Dragonstone jewellery in general actually is pulling 7.5 mil. But what I would say is I only think it's going to do 7.5 mil if you do these higher too. If you do these higher too and they're slightly up in price as well, you might make more, you might make less, depending obviously on the sell prices of the Grand Exchange. But now's a really good time, if you've got some AFK time, to go and make these Dragonstones for XP and also some huge profits as well. You'll make some decent XP and GP at the same time as well. So in terms of how many you're roughly looking to do per hour, it's going to be about 1.7k. And if you were to do things like the necklace, you're going to get 176k XP. Obviously nowhere near quite as good as battle stats or some of the methods we spoke in the video last time. But if you wanted something a lot more AFK, you don't have to pay attention to, this is a really good viable way to AFK some crafting XP and GP at the same time. If you've got more active time to go and do crafting or train crafting, I would highly recommend doing battle stats and the other stuff in the video. Again, I've linked it in the corner if you guys want to check it out. However, that is going to round up all of the crafting methods as well. Hope you guys are prepared and ready to go for 110 whenever that is released in the next couple of months. If there are any videos you want to see from me, make sure to drop in the comments. I'm more than happy to jump on that for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.